I'm Evan Thomason for This Week in Santa Clarita. On November 7th, the Santa Clarita Marathon will take place. Thousands of runners from all over the world are going to make their way to Santa Clarita to participate. Earlier, I caught up with Pat Downing, the marathon director. Pat, we still got a few months, well, several months, I guess, now, getting ready for the marathon, which is going to happen on Sunday, November 7th. We had a lot of good feedback from last year's event. What are we going to see this year?
Well, it's going to be very similar to last year. We had a huge success from last year. We made some adjustments to the route, which worked out very, very well, and our numbers were up this year. So we're expecting a great turnout for next year's marathon.
So the events are going to be a full marathon, a half marathon, a 5K, and a Kid K.
Correct. We're going to have the Kid K, which is a run downtown center drive. It's about a quarter mile. Then we have the 5K, which will be 3.1 miles, you starting at McBean and then running on the trails. Then we have the half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. And then, of course, we have the marathon, which is 26.2 miles, starting on McBean and then ending at the town center right outside the theater.
Okay, so it is in November, and part of the reason that we're doing this today is because I think most experts say that, especially if you haven't run a marathon before, it takes about 3 or 4 months to prepare.
Right, now's a good time to start training. The weather is great, and it takes about 3 or 4 months to prepare to run the 26 miles that it takes to run the marathon. So now is a good time to start training if you're considering doing the marathon. I would encourage people who would like to run the marathon to go to our webpage. We have a link to the Santa Clarita Runners Club, and that's a great way to start preparing to run a marathon.
Okay, and certainly a marathon is a big logistical challenge in terms of support right here in the community.
Right, we've got over 1,000 volunteers that come out and support the event and help the event. Fortunately, a lot of the course is on our paseos and our trails, so as far as impact on the traffic it's minimized because we're on the trails. But if you'd like to volunteer to help for the marathon, go to our webpage, scmarathon.org, to find out more information about how to volunteer for the event.
And we've also had a great corporate sponsor for the event in the last few years.
Yeah, Parkway Supercenter has been a supporter of the event almost from the beginning. And they, again, are continuing with their support, and we want to thank them for all their involvement with this year's marathon.
That's it for the Santa Clarita Marathon. There's still plenty of time to train. Don't forget, registration starts July 1st. For This Week in Santa Clarita, I'm Evan Thomason.